Have you ever struggled with your emotional, physical, or spiritual health? What is your outlook for the next 3 to 5 years? What do you want to accomplish? And who do you want to be? Maybe hearing the story of Steve and Jennifer Baer will help you consider how to write your own future.
So my story starts somewhere along the lines of I was in my late 20s and the systems around me were not leading to the greatest of health. My health started failing, and I was looking around and saying, what can I do to make my life better? What can I do to make my life healthier? At the same time, I was also a young mother of 4 little kids, and I was really concerned about germs, kind of to the point where disinfecting wipes were my best friends after play dates. Nobody, please don't get sick. So when a friend of mine told me that I should look into essential oils and doTerra came up, I tried them and I absolutely fell in love. It transformed my life, it transformed my health, and I became healthier, happier, and I wasn't nearly as worried about germs anymore, because instead of living in a state of fear, I began to live in a state of empowerment. I knew what I could do if there was a cough or a sniffle. That's okay. Let's put a little oil on that and it'll go away. I knew what I could do to transform my life and make my life healthier. And it just started making me feel more empowered, and I brought in more and more oils till one day I turned to this sweet man and said, it's time for me to own every single oil. And it was within a very short time of starting doTerra. And so we did. We got every oil so that I could start getting involved and really having all the tools I needed for my family's health. And then I couldn't help it. I got a fire in my heart, and it said, you gotta go share this with other people. You gotta go show other moms how to feel empowered, how to have the tools that they need so that they live in a state of happiness and health instead of fear. And so I moved on to that.
And she was passionate about it. She was passionate about changing her diet at one point. And she had changed her diet, and nobody gave her any, or you never were able to earn any money from...
No, I was so passionate about changing my diet. I tried to teach everyone how to do that. And no, I didn't see 1 cent come in from that. Mm-hmm. So when I got the urge to start sharing doTerra, I thought, oh, this is great. This can support my habit of buying oils.
Her oil addiction.
Buying supplements that I had never used before. Let's support this habit. Yeah. Let's make sure it didn't hit the budget.
And I was really concerned about that. I was like, as long as this doesn't hit the budget, and you kept your promise.
I did keep my promise. And then it went beyond that and beyond that until it became a full-time endeavor. And Steve had to take over some of the laundry. So as I shared oils with everyone around me, I started realizing that I just wasn't content to just keep it within my family. I really wanted to share with love and see other people feel their lives transformed as well. In whatever way possible, if they wanted to keep sharing and pass that message forward, that really excited and energized me.
Jenny's health was was improving by leaps and bounds before my eyes. And so I could see how effective the oils were for her, because she was becoming more energized, more full of optimism and passion, and
I was not the woman he married.
She was better than the woman I married. I was like, all right, this is great. This is great. And it became empowering for me as a dad too, because whenever the kids came down with something, I knew what to do, and if I didn't, I'd just ask her. And I'd grab their little feet and I'd rub some oils on their feet if they were feeling ill, or I would, put some oils in a diffuser to help them calm down, or on their temples or on their forehead just to help them feel a little bit better. So it was a great tool for me as a dad. And, but for a while, that's where it stayed. Dad. I was a closet user of essential oils.
I wanted to build the business.
I didn't. No way. I thought building a business was just peddling essential oils, and I felt like I had to know everything, and I had to act like the neighborhood pharmacist and say, oh, use this for this and use that for that. And it was overwhelming for me for a long time. And plus, I had never worked in sales. And the whole idea of selling anything was completely foreign to me. I did not work in sales.
And scary.
It was scary. I had a good job that was paying the bills just fine. We had a comfortable lifestyle for the most part. And so I didn't see a need. There was no need for me to say, okay, let me go out and do this. It was her thing. She could do it. And that's a common story among lots of people. The wife gets involved, she enjoys it, and then the husband reluctantly says, all right.
But what was the turning point for you?
So the turning point for me happened when I sat in my office at my old job, my former employer, and one of the employees there had decided that they wanted to start building a business with doTerra and making a living out of it. And so on her break, she'd come into my office and ask for some pointers, and I'd be like, well, I think you do this, and I think you do that. And then one day, she came into my office, and she was kind of sad. And she sat down with me, and she said, Steve, can you help me out of this job?
So I've been kind of in a rut for a while, and I decided I really like doTerra, and it's been just really frustrating lately because I've decided this is just a job I just don't want to do, and I want to get out of that. So I'd like to get out of it, but I don't know who to go to, and you were the first one I thought of. I feel like I'm just at a crossroads. Steve, can you help me get out of this job?
Yeah. I can help you get out of this job if that's what you want. Okay. Suddenly, building a business with doTerra wasn't about just helping people be well and use essential oils. It was about helping people achieve some dream or a goal, or to get out of a job that they don't like, or to get out of a financial situation that they're not happy with. So after that experience with my coworker, the floodgates started opening up for me. I mean, people want to be healthy and they want to be well, but they also want freedom and they want to be fulfilled in what they're doing. Getting started with doTerra and building an income with doTerra involves just introducing people to the product. I found a lot of enjoyment helping people get really clear on what they wanted, because I had finally gotten clear on what I wanted.
So doTerra is a phenomenal opportunity. It has unprecedented growth in the network marketing industry.
So I was a middle manager at my former employer, and the people that were lower in the ranks than me, I mean, there was a ceiling on them. There was absolutely a ceiling. It was a financial ceiling, and sometimes it was a ceiling of job duties, where if they wanted to grow and progress and do something more than what they were doing, they literally had to leave the building. So I realized that I had been spending so much of my time trying to develop and help people in a setting where they still had a ceiling. There was a ceiling as to what they could do. So for some people, it absolutely works for them to trade their time for a paycheck. It's security, it's going in, completing a task, finishing up, leaving, getting paid for it. That works for a lot of people, and it worked for me. For 10 years, that's what I wanted. It worked for me. A lot of people want to be more free. They want to be out from under the thumb of somebody. They want to do something more fulfilling. They want to create. They're creative. They want to create value. They want to create something beautiful, both in their personal life and in their professional life. And doing doTerra has allowed me to be a creator. I'm a creator of value for people as I help them reach goals, as I help them become healthier, as I help them obtain more knowledge and understanding about how to be healthy and use essential oils. So then a light bulb came on for me, and I realized what I needed to do. It was time to step away from that career. It was time to step away from that life. And so I prepped myself, and now we continue to build our business, but we do it full time. So as I sat in my office, my comfortable position with decent middle manager pay, I realized that I had capped myself. I had said, I don't want to leave this comfortable position, I'm happy, but yet there was still more to achieve. And so then I started to believe differently about what I could achieve. And the floodgates really started opening up for me. And Jenny, by this point, had already achieved the rank of silver in doTerra, which is to have a good supplemental part-time pay. So it was nice to supplement our income. And then I realized, after she'd explained this to me countless times, that to be diamond, all I had to do was help 4 people achieve the rank of silver, to achieve that part-time pay, and then I would make more money than my boss in my corporate job. And so I was like, well, I can build doTerra with Jenny and go for diamond, or I could try to get that promotion, work for that promotion at work, and end up having a job that I wouldn't enjoy anyway. So the natural choice, diamond.
And then why content? Why be content with those people only being silver?
Right.
Let's help them grow to achieve the kind of income that would free their families and free their time and work smarter.
Yeah, and that's where the income potential of doing network marketing is so fantastic, because as you see these people grow and develop and they reach those ranks that help you, well, as you help them achieve those higher ranks, it only expands your influence and your ability to mentor, and it expands, the payday eventually. And so helping, mentoring people to achieve that level of financial freedom was so important to me, because I knew I could do it, and now it was a matter of helping other people realize that you can do it. What about you? What is it that you want to accomplish? What do you want out of life? And if you want something more than what you're doing now, what's holding you back?
What about this is striking a chord with you? What about this is pulling on those heartstrings and your heart saying, I identify? To be available for their kids.
Oh yeah, that was huge.
To be home with their kids if they wanted to be home. To be out and feel like they're being productive members of society if they were home. Whatever you desire to obtain in doTerra, we have a great team that's ready to help you.
doTerra represents a phenomenal humanitarian cause that is meant to bless the lives of people all along the supply chain, from the growth of the plant to the consumer who's using the essential oils. The growth of and distillation of essential oils has allowed for the building of schools, medical clinics, and humanitarian aid in places all over the world where people would otherwise be living in poverty. So in Madagascar, Guatemala, Nepal, Somalia, Haiti, a lot of these places are feeling the blessing of doTerra and the oils in their communities because of the good that we're doing in teaching other people how to use these oils for their health.
Here we are at the doTerra corporate office. We really look forward to connecting with you. It's time to dream big. The sky is the limit.
Talk to you soon.
sky.